Spider-Man video. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever Spider can. So man, I saw the new Spider-Man movie at the midnight showing last night and I was so excited. You know, it's got Andrew Garfield from The Social Network and Emma Stone from Hotness and Quirkiness and Hotness. So I was like, I've got work in the morning, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna be so cool and fun and awesome. And it was okay. So honestly, when I first found out they were making a new Spider-Man movie, I was like, don't we already have Spider-Man movies? But I've already seen it, so I guess they got me to pay for it again. And that's probably why they're doing it. Money! Honestly, Ben, I was kind of let down, especially when you compare it to like the original movie with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. I mean, problem number one, casting of Spider-Man. When you dress Tobey Maguire like a nerd, you get Peter Parker. When you dress Andrew Garfield like a nerd, you get Eduardo from The Social Network. We've already seen that movie. The guy's so cool and a freaking billionaire. He's not some nerd. And Peter Parker, at his core, is a nerd. So Ben, before I really get into this, I was gonna say spoiler alert, but that's really the main problem. There's nothing to spoil. There's nothing new. You know everything that's gonna happen. It's really one of the most cookie cutter superhero movies I've ever seen. The whole time I was watching it, you could like see glimpses of the other movie, and it just felt like this one needed like one more revision. The main problem being that if you did that revision, you'd end up with the other movie. Like right off the bat. In the original, Tobey Maguire's main motivation, date Mary Jane. And this one, Garfield's motivation, what happened to my parents? Which one sounds like the more relatable high schooler? And that motivation really carries through. I mean, in the first one, he's trying to impress Mary Jane by buying a car. He wins a wrestling match for $3,000. The guy stiffs him the $3,000, so then when that guy gets robbed and he doesn't stop the guy robbing him, who then kills Uncle Ben, you can kind of sympathize a little more with his reasoning because he got stiffed for $3,000 he actually earned. Meanwhile, in the new one, Peter gets into an argument with his aunt and uncle about his parents. So he goes to the convenience store to buy some milk, where the convenience store owner won't give him 2 cents to finish off the chain. As a result, Peter lets the next guy in line rob him and then let him get away. Not helping a guy who stiffed you $3,000 is understandable. Not helping a guy for 2 cents kind of makes you a jerk. Plus, as Uncle Ben's dying, they totally leave out one of the most memorable quotes from any superhero movie. With great power comes great responsibility. I don't even remember the line in the new one. It's just some watered down version of, if you have the ability to do good things, you should. And the movie's also bogged down with a bunch of realistic things. It's okay when the guy transforms into a giant lizard. That's what's allowed to be fiction and unrealistic. What's not allowed is high school senior Gwen Stacy being the head intern of the Oscorp Corporation with high security access to the most classified labs in the building. It's also not okay for Peter Parker to solve an equation that Dr. Connors has been working on for the last 20 years in an hour. Nor is it okay for high school senior Gwen Stacy to be able to cook up an antidote for that equation in 8 minutes. Why is he friends with Flash at the end? Where is Jonah Jameson? Why is Emma Stone so hot? Anyway, Ben, I didn't hate the movie. It was still very entertaining. It's just, by comparison to the old, my vote's for the old. In response to your question yesterday about whether or not listening to an audiobook counts as reading it, I would say yes. I think if you took a step back and asked the authors, I don't think any of them would say that the point of writing was to get the reader's eyes to move across the words. Probably want to just stimulate thought and discussion. So my question for everyone today is, what'd you think of the new Spider-Man movie? Are you gonna go see it this weekend? That's it for today. See you in another life, brother.